Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do research, try them for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another update for you, and this is the brand Nayaat. Brand Nayaat is a new brand from the house of Orientica. They been created just a few weeks ago. They have 12 perfumes right now in their portfolio. I unboxed and reviewed a few of their fragrances before, and for the price they are very impressive. So this one, the brand Nayaat, is a subsidiary or branch of House of Orientica, and they are one of the best perfume houses from United Arab Emirates. Especially for what you pay and what you get, is one of the highest quality you can get for the perfumery and perfumes in general. So this one in particular is called Nayaat XLNC. Is it XLNC Imperium is EDP, is 200 ml. As you can see, is a huge bottle. XL is stand, I think, for extra large. NC, I have no idea what NC stands for, but this one is called Imperium, and this one, as you can see, the presentation is very nice, very high quality. When you see it, when you open it, when you handle it, it just feels luxurious. So for the price, they are doing an amazing job. This one retails for £90 for 200 ml, and at the moment they have a sale on for Black Friday discount, and you can get 20% off all the perfumes. If you are interested, you can go and check them out. So this one I think is going for £72 right now for the big bottle of 200 ml. This one is targeted unisex, but to my nose is quite masculine. I think this one leans more masculine and also quite mature. First thing first, let's see the longevity. The longevity is very, very good. On my skin went easily over 10 hours. On t-shirt goes easily over 12 hours. Is 67% volume in here, because when they say 67% volume, that means 33% of it is a combination of water and oil. So that's quite a high concentration of oil in here, and that shows in the longevity, in the development, in the how it projects. The projection is very, very good in here. On my skin, it projects quite heavy for almost about 3 to 4 hours, and after that slowly subside. Where you always have a big bubble, big cloud and a big trail behind you. I went to 10 sprays of it, so this is what I do, but this is quite strong, so you need to experiment yourself, see how much is ample enough for you. Start with 3-4, and then if it's not enough, then increase the trigger. So the longevity is amazing on this one, 10 hours plus on at least on my skin, my nose, my environment. So for you it could differ, always remember that. But overall it's a very, very good performer. 10 plus hours on skin, 12 plus hours on t-shirt and material. The next day I could smell it strongly, so it is very, very long lasting and strong. In terms of who's it for, this is definitely mature. I would say at least 25 years and older to be in the safe side. The reason is because it's got a character of classical feel to it. So it's a classical, it's mature, it's gentlemanly smell to it, a reminiscence of, to some extent, not all of it, is like reminiscent of 70s and 80s perfumery in here. So it's like a 50% classical, 50% modernization in here. So you need to like this kind of perfumes to enjoy it. In terms of gender, this is targeted unisex, and it is unisex overall, but it leans masculine because of that masculinity and gentlemanly smell to it. So the association, at least for my mind, is a little bit on the masculine side. And in terms of the occasion, this is very opulent, so it's very good for going out evening, for special occasion, for close encounter, for special ceremonies and things like that. It's very, very well done and delicious. Overall, this is semi-gourmand, so it's not a full gourmand, it's a semi-gourmand. I classify this one as Oriental Gourmand perfume, and also I classify it as a fresh to semi-fresh perfume. So you need to enjoy this kind of perfumes to enjoy it. In terms of the profile itself, this one is boozy, is spicy, is sweet, but the sweetness is a little bit more than moderate. It's not a huge sweetness in here. I would say between 0 to 10, 10 being the sweetest. Start up with 6 to 7 in terms of opening, but later on it subsides a little bit, 1 or 2 points, so it becomes moderate in terms of sweetness. Although there is tonka bean and there is vanilla in here, but both are quite big and quite dominant, but somehow they grounded that sweetness, somehow they grounded it, and also it's quite boozy, it's quite fruity. The fruits is quite on the dark side of the food, not too much hint of darkness in here, not too much. So it's a plum. In the majority of what you smell is a plum here, and the plum giving a hint of darkness. But overall, as I said, this is fresh to semi-fresh perfume. In the beginning it's quite fresh, but later on becomes semi-fresh, it gets a little bit darker and deeper and denser. So there is a iris in here, which in the beginning you don't feel it that much, at least for my skin. I didn't feel it that much, but later on it comes a little bit stronger, but it never becomes full front. It never becomes, you know, iris, the typical we associate with iris that is come from the house of Dior with their Dior Homme line. So this not that kind of iris. It's mainly a soft, clinical, clean, soapy iris. So it is that kind of iris rather than makeup-y and sweet iris. Okay. And also there's a myrrh in here, giving it a little of incensey feel, hint of resin feel, but and also a little of balsamic feel. So you need to like your balsamic perfumes to enjoy it. It just got a hint of balsamicness. It doesn't again take over, but it is there in the background and it is noticeable. So in the beginning, when it opens up this big booziness, and the note breakdown is mentioning cognac. Yes, maybe to some extent it's cognac, maybe to some extent it's whiskey, maybe it's brandy, something in that vein. So it's very boozy, especially the first half life of this perfume is very boozy. From the beginning to the end is booze and booze. So booziness is one of the strongest point of this perfume, and also big on the spiciness. So spices are in here are quite big. Cinnamon, nutmeg. I'm smelling something like cumin as well, so it's a hint of cumanness to give it that warmth in here. Overall it's quite warm perfume, it's quite cuddly, it's quite captivating, alluring. It's quite one of those perfumes that gives you very comfortable feel, and it gives you that cuddly feel of blanket around you. It's very warm. And in terms of the base, which is basically tonka bean and vanilla, are dominant in here, and they both are very well done. It's very well put together. The construction of this perfume is very well done. The people who put this perfume together, they know exactly what they're doing, because the smell is great, at least for my age, for my experience, for my basically my taste. Because as I said, this is a little bit on the classical side, so half of this perfume is classical, half of it is modernized, so you need to be aware of these things. And there's a big sandalwood in the base. I'm smelling combination of cedar sandalwood, so it's a combination of cedar sandalwood to give it a woody base. By the time it goes on, it gets woodier, and also it gets nuttier. So the tonka bean gets stronger and stronger, and it gets nuttier and nuttier, almost going to the realm of almondy. So in the dry down, it becomes a little bit almondy, it's powdery, it's dusty, it's a little camphorous, a little bit balsamic, and a little bit resinous. So it's quite a complex. It's not a very complex, but it's just quite a complex perfume, this one. To some extent, it's got some similarity between this and Angel Share by Killian. Not a copy, maybe inspired by it. I don't think so. I would say around 50% similarity to it. The reason is because of that boozy aspect and the spicy and the sweet aspect of it. These things reminds me of Angel Share by Killian, but it's not 100%. It's not a one-to-one to it. It's not like a copy of it. None of those, because Angel Share is quite modern in many ways, but this one is quite on the classical side. So it's got similarity to it, but it's not the same perfume, and it's not the it won't give you exact same feeling of the perfume. Okay, so if you like angel share, you might like this. If you don't like angel share, you might not like this. The only thing is, this one is a little bit on the mature side, a little bit on the more masculine side of things, and also a little bit classic and classier version of it. So this is what you have to remember as well. The other things to remember, this is quite the dry down becomes quite powdery. So it is quite powdery, it is dusty, it is almondy almost. It won't go to the baby powder realm, but it's it's got a hint of it in here. So it's got a hint of baby powderiness in the dry down. In the beginning you won't feel it, but later on in the dry down definitely it becomes more nutty and more noticeable, that powderiness of it. So overall, highly recommend it. There's nothing in here to say negative about this perfume at all. Smells great, perfumery great, ingredients great, in terms of presentation great, in terms of longevity great, in terms of what you get, what you pay great. So everything about this perfume is great, unless you don't like this kind of perfume. So when I review these perfumes and I say this is beautiful, this is because this is what I like. Okay, for you it could differ, because we all are individuals. Okay, we all are, we have different tastes, different upbringing, different background, different lifestyle, different climate, different work, whatever, you know what I mean. So we are all individuals, and that is very important to remember when I say these things in the reviews. When I say it's beautiful, and I say it's positive, and I say it's great, this is for me and also as a reviewer. So I'm reviewing this perfume for majority of people, is not for a specific person. So that's why I have to mention all these things. If sometimes it becomes repetitive, then unfortunately that is the nature of reviewing. You cannot become adventurous every time you review something and you go completely to a different direction, because people who come to this channel, to this video, they are interested to know about this perfume. So I am explaining this perfume for that particular people. So if you are watching this channel on a regular basis, you might find some of my linguistics, some of my phrases, some of my sayings are very repetitive, and that is the nature of reviewing. You cannot do anything about it. We don't have drama in here. I'm not making dramas, I'm not making novels, I'm not making sci-fi movies to become adventurous and go completely to the different direction. So that is, you have to always remember in my videos, please always, I say these things repetitively again, I always say please try before you buy, because that's the best way to avoid, you know, disappointment. But if you cannot do that, because you know these days majority of the shops, they don't hold these perfumes, and you're going blind by, that's your decision. Of hopefully you are an adult, you know what you're doing, hopefully you have your own income and you're paying from your own money. So this is your decision. I cannot make that decision for you. All I can say is how is feeling for me. Don't forget, the perfumes are, majority of the perfumes are about feelings. Okay, so it's about feelings, about memories, about moods and things like that. And these things you cannot convey them, no matter how much you use as a linguistic and the different phrases, different languages. You cannot convey the smell of this to you with these explanations. It's impossible to do that. It's one of the most difficult review genre in the whole world. Okay, so that's why please always remember these important points, because you know, I cannot repeat these things every time in my videos, otherwise each video would be like 2 hours, you know what I mean. Okay, so thank you very much as always for watching. Yes, I highly recommend this, no brainer whatsoever. This is one of the finest perfume you can find in this genre of perfumery. Okay, so if you have if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable, or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, you motivate me to bring you perfumes like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they're hidden gems. This beauty is definitely a hidden gem. If you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes, I'm a perfumer myself. I make my own line of perfumes. I'm the artist, I'm the worker, I'm the perfumer. They are true handmade perfumes just for you lucky people in the United Kingdom. I put more than 60% pure perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of, and that makes them huge, very, very big characters, very strong, very long lasting, and also they are artistic, they are unique, they are like time capsule, they take you different places, different time, and they are super beautiful, if I say myself. Thank you very much as always for watching. Thank you very much for your love and support, and I'll see you later. Bye, bye, bye.